story of comedy in Britain and America begins long before television ever flickered to life. To understand why these two nations approach comedy so differently, we need to go back to their theatrical roots. In Britain, the tradition of repertory theater has been the foundation of acting for centuries. Young actors would join companies, performing different roles night after night, learning to subordinate their egos to the demands of the play. This wasn't just about learning lines, it was about mastering the craft itself. Take the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, or RADA. Here, future stars like Anthony Hopkins, Ralph Fiennes, and Gemma Arterton learned that no role is too small. The focus wasn't on becoming famous, it was on becoming excellent. Dame Maggie Smith embodies this philosophy perfectly. Long before she was delivering withering one-liners in Downton Abbey, she was performing in everything from serious drama to light comedy.
Are you really that tall?
Yes, my lady.
Thought you might have been walking on stilts.
Often in supporting roles. Watch her early work and you'll see the same commitment to character whether she's center stage or barely in the scene. This tradition gave us performers like Alec Guinness, who could disappear into multiple roles in Kind Hearts and Coronets, and Peter Sellers, who viewed each character as a complete creation, not just a vehicle for jokes. These weren't just funny people, they were actors who happened to be brilliant at comedy.
There was Lady Agatha Gascoigne.
Take Only Fools and Horses, one of Britain's most beloved sitcoms. Yes, David Jason was the star, but watch how Nicholas Lyndhurst as Rodney or Buster Merryfield as Uncle Albert craft fully realized characters. There's no sense of anyone marking time until their next big line. In Blackadder, while Rowan Atkinson was ostensibly the lead, performers like Stephen Fry, Hugh Laurie, and Miranda Richardson would take what could have been stock characters and turn them into unforgettable creations. Watch Tim McInerney's evolution from the dim Percy in Series 1 to the scheming Captain Darling in Blackadder Goes Forth. That's the kind of character development you get when actors are more concerned with the role than their star billing.
How are you feeling, darling?
Not all that good, Blackadder.
Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, American comedy developed along a different path. Vaudeville created a tradition of solo performers and stand-up comics. The emphasis was on individual personality, on standing out from the crowd. When Hollywood began, it created the star system, a machine designed to turn actors into celebrities. This wasn't about ensemble work, it was about creating memorable, marketable personalities.
It's funny, we were specifically talking about not raping you.
Even in early television, you can see this difference. I Love Lucy was groundbreaking, but it was fundamentally a vehicle for Lucille Ball's comedy genius. The supporting cast, while talented, primarily existed to set up Lucy's scenarios.
Thought you were gonna kiss me.
Lucy, where did you get that thin?
What thin?
This tradition continues in modern American sitcoms. Shows like The Big Bang Theory, 2.5 Men, or Kevin Can Wait are built around their stars. The marketing, the storylines, even the camera work is designed to highlight the main attraction. Even in ensemble shows like Friends, where the cast famously negotiated together for equal pay, you can see how each actor's storylines tend to play to their individual strengths rather than serving a larger narrative whole. The difference becomes even clearer when you look at comedy panel shows. British shows like Would I Lie to You or QI feature established actors happily playing along as part of the ensemble. In America, talk shows and comedy panels tend to be more focused on individual moments and viral clips. Consider Ricky Gervais's Extras, where major stars like Kate Winslet, Patrick Stewart, and Ian McKellen played horrible versions of themselves. In Britain, this kind of self-deprecating appearance is seen as good sport. Hollywood A-listers are generally more protective of their image. Even in modern British shows like Killing Eve, you see this ensemble mentality. Jodie Comer and Sandra Oh might be the leads, but watch how Fiona Shaw crafts a complete character from what could have been a standard bureaucrat role. When British actors come to Hollywood, they often bring this tradition with them. Watch Emma Thompson in Late Night, bringing depth to what could have been a one-note character. Or John Cleese in A Fish Called Wanda, working as part of an ensemble despite being the biggest name in British comedy. The key difference might be in how success is measured. In Britain, being considered a good actor still carries more weight than being a star. It's why you'll see someone like Olivia Colman go from broad comedy in Peep Show to an Oscar-winning performance in The Favorite without missing a beat. The streaming era is starting to blur these lines. Shows like Ted Lasso combine American star power with British ensemble traditions. Succession, though a drama, shows how American television is embracing the British approach to character work. But the fundamental difference remains. British actors tend to view themselves as part of a tradition of craftspeople, while American actors often see themselves as potential stars. Neither approach is wrong. They've both produced incredible comedy.
Who are you talking to?
Myself, darling.
Well, who was that shouting?
The brother of a friend of mine.
What we're really seeing is two different approaches to the same goal, making people laugh. The British way gives us intricate character studies, where the comedy flows from human interaction. The American way gives us bold, distinctive voices that define their comedic moments. In the end, perhaps we're lucky to have both traditions. After all, there's nothing quite like the precise ensemble work of a British comedy, and there's nothing quite like the star power of an American one. Together, they give us the full spectrum of what comedy can be. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more comedy deep dives, and let us know if you prefer English or American comedy in the comments below.